Oh, it's Monday. Back to Monday. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend and thank you for joining. This is my channel, Bonnie Being Bonnie, and this is Brunch Writing Bunch. And today's word of wisdom is reading without reflecting is like eating without digesting. So that may be something good to think about while we're working on our projects today. Today I have lovely co-host, super talented, no one other than Laura Nettles. Welcome, Laura.
Hello. Thank you.
How was your weekend?
It was very productive. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I have an alpha reader who's going through my vampire romance as I draft it. And they had some very excellent points. And so I paused on drafting for like an hour or two last night and actually made character profiles.
Oh, nice.
So I did that last night. And this morning I was on Art Breeder and I now have portraits. So I can nail down what do my characters look like. So
that's so interesting that you brought that up. I just pulled out this notepad I had sitting here for character notes.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking about the same kind of thing a little bit. It must be this point in NaNo. You start like, okay, I need to deep dive on the characters.
Yeah. I've been exploring and figuring out what are they like as I pants my way through. I'm 14K in.
Oh, but wow. That's so great.
Now I'm going to pause and start back at the beginning and flesh them out even more so I can understand them and then keep it consistent for the rest of the story.
Nice. And will you just insert those characters into your story Bible or just into a certain file for that? Or
I've actually opened Scrivener for the first time since 2018. So I have Scrivener open and I have the character sketch templates up. So
nice.
I'm filling those out.
My weekend wasn't super successful for my first NaNo weekend. So I did well on Friday. I got everything done. I seem to do well when I get it done in the morning, but Saturday I have a full house on the weekend. So there's like all kinds of stuff going on and I'm kind of like do everything here. You know what I mean? Like on the weekends, I'm like full service, mom, waitress, cook, cleaner, errand runner. You know, I'm like full service person. Like I work hard on the weekend. And Saturday, so I'm doing all the stuff I got to do, tried to sit and make time to write. Didn't finish my word count till 11:43 p.m. And that's because I pulled myself from outside having a fire and all this, like the NaNo guilt set in.
Yeah.
And I wanted to put like my bead in this jar over here.
Yeah.
So you can't see them too much, but you know, I have everyone in there except yesterday's, because yesterday, you know, football, I was cooking food. And then by the time I actually sat down, I was like, I don't want to write. So I watched a movie like what was called Red Riding Hood with Amanda Seyfried from 2011.
Okay.
And it was about a werewolf. Like it's free on YouTube if you want to watch it. So I got sucked into that. I watched that and there was no way I was meeting goal yesterday. So I'm playing catch up.
Always a fun time.
I learned a valuable lesson though.
Yeah.
Write a little more every day. So on the weekend, I'm not like stressed out about I don't have as much time to sit down and write.
Yeah.
Well, I learned a lesson the first weekend.
There you go.
So not only do I have to catch up the next few days, but I have to overwrite. And I was really comfortable at like the 1,600 a day. I'm like, oh, I got this done. I'll go do everything else. I don't have to think about it. And now I'm just going to have to like bump it up a little bit each day.
Yeah.
So we will see. It's Monday though. It's a good writing day for me. Stacy, I had a great weekend. I had a 5K day yesterday, which is way more than I've ever written in one day. That's amazing. I'm going to try hard to like work long hours today because I don't have as much to do. I already did my errands this morning and I do have to go do 2 haircuts tomorrow, so I'll be occupied, but today is going to be definitely a catch-up day for me. And Laura's ahead, so you're great.
I don't even have to write today, but I'm buckling down because I have people who want to read it, and it's like I can't let them down. So.
Rita, these are live writing sprints, and then I've been trying to do like a mini vlog. I've wanted to start doing more vlogging. I just don't know if now is the right time to start doing that. So I think that the reason why most people aim for 2K a day is so they have a day or two where they miss the NaNo daily goal. Yes.
Yeah, I've been doing 2K about, except for yesterday, it was 2.7K. It's like, yeah.
Awesome.
My best day so far.
Yeah. It's hard too for me. This is my third NaNo, and I just want to complete it in the 30 days this year and not after. So like it's still for me trying to balance out what works best for me. Because last time I went full force ahead and then I was burned out. Now it was like, okay, I'll just do the goal every day. And then I find the weekends harder. So it's just trying to adjust, testing and adjusting. So, but I'm going to put the first timer up if you're ready, Laura.
I'm ready.
All right. We're going to do a first timer is going to be 15 minutes to get your coffee, your snacks, your documents open. Get ready to write, stretch, dance, whatever you got to do. First 15 minutes so you can get settled into place. And I'm going to wear my writing hat because guess what? That might have been the problem. I never put it on. Subliminal self-messaging usually works with me, but when I do it to myself, I think. And it is NaNoWriMo day 7. Do you want to do a countdown, Laura, for first 15 and then we'll get moving?
Sure. We got this. You can do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Remember, you can always mute if the music bothers you.
To the next level.
How'd you do, Laura? Oh, sorry.
Good.
So much for that effort.
So
I meant the timer, having the timer up, not you.
I pulled my text for chapter 1 into a new document, and I'm currently editing it, threading through my new character motivations and backstory through it. So I am 571 because most of it was already written.
Oh, I filled out, recapping my brain, I just filled out a couple character sheets in that sprint. So I didn't do any like document writing. Mm-hmm. And I just pulled out my big NaNo information book so I could just read through my notes.
So I printed out my character portraits.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I'm staring at them as I write this, like, what do they actually look like? Because I don't see things in my head when I write. So it's like, I don't know. So I can see it so I can write it now.
I'm a little bit different than that. Like, I am super visual. Like, I remember everything. Like could have been 10 years ago at a party and I could be like, oh yeah, you were wearing this shirt with that. Like, I'm very visual. Like, I can, so when I'm thinking of my characters, like, I have full visual in my head. It's like almost like a movie playing in my head. Mm-hmm. And it makes it difficult to sleep sometimes because I think of it. No?
Yeah, I read a book and I just hear the words out loud in my own voice in my head.
See, I just write down what I see in my head. So that goes to show you how different people's processes are. Do you want to talk a little bit about your story?
Sure. So it is a vampire romance. I've got Hadrian, who I have backstories now. Okay. So he is a born vampire. He was not turned. He was actually born. And
so it's bloodline.
Yes. So he's a bloodline. Victor is also of a bloodline. Okay. But they're from different families. Hadrian's father ruined the family's reputation with gambling and debt. So when Hadrian wanted to court Victor, Victor's dad was like, heck to the no. You are cursed. You are not allowed to initiate.
You're not good enough for my vampire.
You're cursed to never be able to initiate first contact with my son.
Oh, wow.
So chapter 1 is Hadrian trying to figure out how to get Victor to approach him first. So, yeah.
And how would they do that?
Yeah, so by being intriguing. So chapter 1, page 1 or 2, Hadrian sees Victor slide into the club, and he's like, I'm going to pretend to be a human and try and get him to pursue me, like to eat me. So Hadrian goes up to the bar, orders an absinthe, and pours this special concoction on it and drinks it, and it transforms him into a human for 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Victor notices. So
too bad there's not like what pheromone type oil or something they could put on that attracted the vampire.
So he went through a bit of a painful little transition into a human. So yeah, but they're about to go on the dance floor. And
when you say that, I can visualize him like changing into a human, drinking this potion and just like transforming, like having this reaction, and just I can picture it as you tell it. Sounds really fun. Sounds really fun.
So
I'm trying my attempt at a kind of adventure story, I think. My main character's name is Gina, and she leaves the big city to go on this adventure into the Amazon, which she's dreamed of forever. Even, she's had all this stuff happen in her life. And so the only thing she was clinging to is this like love for the Amazon when she met this explorer when she was in 3rd grade, and now she's a grown woman, and she's going through this situation where she's just trying to get away. And so she goes on this vlogging adventure into the Amazon, and the tour guide is not really there to be her friend, even though he's pretending that. He's actually hired on by a mutual person to do some deeds. And there's some other women that are coming along with her. They're very different type personalities than Gina, and it's really cool. Right now I'm writing the part where they've already taken the 3 plane rides, and they've gotten in, and now they're out on a boat, and they're getting ready to go into where they're going to start hiking into the forest, where some more action begins. So that's like where I am. And I think in the end, it's going to be more a found family type. So she does find her home and her place in the end. But a lot of stuff happens to her before she gets to that place. So that's the story I'm working on. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Learning experience every time. But thank you for sharing some of your story with us too.
Yeah.
And your puppy.
Yeah. Did you finish your treat already, sir?
Let's see. Stacy said they had a great weekend. I had a 5K yesterday. I think I got that comment. I need to learn to star these. Last friends. Here we go. I think that we read that one. Okay. Next time I will star. I'm learning. Yay, sprints. Lurking. Stacy got 275 words. That's awesome for a 15-minute sprint. That's great for a warm-up sprint. I did character notes and drank coffee. And Laura was productive. What's the website for making these portraits again, Dia said?
Art Breeder.
Nice. Art Breeder. There you go. Thank you. And I think this sprint, I am going to try really hard to start writing. I've been like procrastinating since yesterday. I'm like a little bit down on myself because I didn't meet that goal yesterday. So I'm like staring. I keep looking back at that jar like there should be one more in there. And it's bugging the crap out of me. Like, this was meant to be fun. This was meant to be fun. And I have some in there going. So putting a water bead for the days that I meet my goal. Not just write, but meet my goal. And I'm like, there could be one more in there. I could have more words written. But if I can meet yesterday's goal, maybe I'll put 2 in. Right?
Yeah.
That's only fair if I meet yesterday and today's goal.
Exactly.
We'll see. So, Julie says I spent it getting books signed and ready to wrap, package to ship. Need to edit though. Nice, busy, productive. That's amazing. And I think Julie does that for a living, right? She's a working author.
Are you, Julie? I don't know. She has Curse of Ash and Prophecy of Ash. So 2 books that I know of.
I'm very lucky. I write for leisure. It might change someday after I actually like get to a place where I'm like spitting things out, but I write for leisure and fun right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I did try my hand at copywriting, and I didn't like writing on deadline for money. So it's like with direct response sales writing, you know, you have to have a certain format, structure. It has to be in. You have to get it approved. You have to redo stuff sometimes, get it out in a certain time frame, or you don't get paid. I was like, oh, this is too much pressure for me. I like those. If I'm gonna have a job outside the house, it's gonna be when I go and work and come home and don't have to worry about it when I get home. So I definitely am trying to keep my writing pure fun for myself at this time, but who knows, in a year or 2 I could be at a different place. Some other people have gotten to better places with that, and I'm a little envious in the best way. Hi, Nicole. Haven't seen you in a while. Shadow's Lair, good morning. We are going to get into our second sprint, if you're ready, Laura.
Born ready.
All right, and I am going to really try to get writing. I'll do the countdown this time. How about that?
Okay.
Since you did the last one. And I believe, is Dawdling Writer today? I have to check the sheet. I'm pretty sure it's Monday, right?
Yeah, she's on today.
Yeah, we'll probably go till 1. Keep doing 20-minute sprints till 1. Usually I can get about 4 in. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's write. I'm going to go refill my coffee. I'll be right back.
To the next level.
Hello, how did everyone do? How'd you do, Laura?
Good. Where am I now? Okay. I am now 1,301 words into the redraft total. So,
How are you feeling about it?
good. So the chemistry is building between the characters now a bit more. I know the backstory, so I know who's known who since when, and it's helping. So that's good.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm moving along. I got 340 that sprint, and I stopped at 340 new words. So starting to build a little momentum. I'm feeling good. I'm almost to 10K. I almost hit my 10K on NaNo, which I should have hit already, but I'll get there. It's the NaNo guilt setting in for me. I don't know if anybody else has it, but I get a lot of guilt in NaNo if I don't get my words in.
Yeah.
And that's why I only do NaNo for November. I can't handle it more than once a year. I can't handle the camps and stuff. I've tried.
I don't do 50K for my camps.
Yeah, I don't even do the camps. I keep NaNo special. It's something I can work towards doing 50,000 in a month, and I stress myself out with that writer's guilt, and then I procrastinate. Like, I clean my office instead of writing. I'm here writing and being like, oh, should I break out the shampoo? Or I've spilled a lot of coffee spots and stuff in here. So I have that problem, but I'm feeling good today. Feeling pretty good with the 340 for that sprint. Penumbra came in. Hello, lovely. And Shannon came in. Hey, everyone. Made friends with the like button. Thank you. Heather popped in. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
How's your Monday going? Oh, that startled me. Okay. Better than startled and put to sleep, right? Let's see. 30 words, which is great because I did stare at the screen a bit trying to figure out what comes next. Yes, and I did that a little bit. I just read through what I wrote last to refresh my memory too. So sometimes 310. Did I say 30? Oh my God. Can't read today. Hello, Jenna. Or Jen, I'm sorry. Hope you're having a
It
great
used to
Monday.
be Jenna. She switched it back.
Is that why I'm confused? Good. It's not just me. Don't say should have, Bonnie. Tisk. So, and Heather says she's busy. So I'm pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about the NaNo goal. So I did have a Tim Hortons this morning, and I made a pot of coffee though. So I'm just kind of refilling the cup. And disappointingly, there was some grounds in the coffee pot.
Oh no.
I know. I almost want to pour it back through a new filter. Not too bad, but when I was pouring it, I could see a little in the bottom. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So frustrating. And Sophie Lee says 200 new words. Still need to write 1,400 today to hit 12,000. Awesome. It seems like you're right on track. And Shadow's Lair got some writing done and still working on planner I am making for my kids.
Nice.
Amazing. And Laura, did you sign up for SD Houston's Christmas?
I thought I did. I forgot.
Oh, no.
I was like, dang it.
Oh, I signed up, and I'm not going to say who I got, but the person I got, I don't know very well. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to watch trying to figure out what they might like. So it's kind of hard when you haven't really been it was someone I never heard of before this. So maybe I'm giving a spoiler. So if you know me, I'm not your secret Santa. So, but it's interesting trying to do a little research of what to get someone you really aren't familiar with and get them something that they would want too. So
I find, if in doubt, stationery is always great.
Right. We're all writers, right? Some nice pens. So I'm still trying to figure it out, getting to know the person, trying to find something that they would really like. So I'm excited about that, and I wonder who got me. So let's see. Did I lose my place? Planner idea. There we go. I had a great weekend in Cocoa Beach where the guys played baseball. Yay. I watched the football game yesterday. The Bills lost to the Jets. But it was interesting because when the camera came down, they had technical difficulties with the camera that records a game. So part of the game was like down for a while. But I had some really good taco dip. It was so good.
Yes.
Yeah, the cold one where you do like cream cheese, sour cream with the red hot. And then you layer it with the shredded lettuce and the cheese and the peppers and the tomatoes. And I'm still thinking about it. It was so good.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, Sundays are for dips at my house. So next week it'll either be chicken wing or like pizza dip, which I love pizza dip. As a tea drinker, there's always some sediment at the bottom of the cup. Yeah. I'm so close to 15K. Sorry, my keyboard is annoying me. Key R being a brat.
No.
I'm on my desktop, but my laptop, what button is it? The end sticks a little bit. So I may have to get in there with a Q-tip or something. But on my MacBook, the keys are super flat. So it's like sticking a little bit. So I get how annoying that is when you go to do N and it's like always two N's.
So Sophie was asking, where are we from?
I'm from upstate New York or Western New York near Lake Ontario, in between Buffalo and Rochester, a little small town in between Rochester and Buffalo. And I lived in the city of Rochester a really long time before we bought our house here. And we've been in this house about 14 years, and we're almost done paying for it, thank God.
Yay.
I know, it takes forever.
I'm from California, and I moved up here to Toronto, Canada for the last 7 years. So.
I love Toronto. I've been there a few times. I love going to the medieval times dinner theater.
Yes. Yes, I have.
That's amazing. I love it. And you can dress up and take pictures and beautiful gowns and the knights and watch the horse jousting. And I really love Casa Loma. I really love the Science Center up there. I really like the CN Tower. There's great shopping. And if I lived where you lived, I'd be like begging to go eat at the top of the tower all the time.
I've only eaten at the top once, and it was
Just
really
once?
fun.
Huh.
Yeah, my parents took, like my parents and my two of my siblings came up here, and so my parents took us all up there, and we ate dinner.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've eaten up there a few times, and it's really lovely. It's really lovely, and I'd love to go back to Toronto again sometime.
Yeah.
So it's like 3.5 hours for me, so it's not like massive. I just drove to Virginia and back, so, and I think I did like, I don't know, 17 or 18 hours driving between both ways.
Oof.
In one weekend. Yeah.
That's tough.
It was actually great. I don't think I've ever used cruise control more than I did this trip.
Cruise control is a blessing.
Yeah, but the view was like super amazing through all the mountains. So the drive was one of the best parts of the whole trip. I hate to say it like that, but it really was. And I kept taking little scenic breaks on the way. So I'd like pop off and just take pictures of the view and, driving breaks.
Yeah, I would drive from home to college, so from California to Utah. And so sometimes my sister went with me to the same college. And so sometimes we'd take a break on the drive in Nevada or somewhere like Death Valley and go see the cave paintings and stuff.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I've been to Las Vegas. I've been to Reno. And then from Reno to like Lake Tahoe. But I haven't really been West Coast too much. I've been to California, Nevada, Texas, Florida, obviously. I've traveled actually more outside the country than inside the country. But that was pretty much all pre-C. pre-COVID. So, colored pens are a must. Colored pens are a must. The what colors is always a question. Gotcha. So you get a variety pack.
Exactly.
Yeah. Gel pens, right? Are you in Buffalo, Bonnie? No, I am not in Buffalo, but I do go to Buffalo a lot because I have a lot of family there. So tons of family, and I'll actually be in Buffalo next weekend. I wish I could drive using cruise control, but I just can't.
Alas.
I used to feel that way, but this trip changed my mind. When you're like in the car for like 8 hours and you're like, okay, I got to go 60 minutes this way. I'm like, cruise control. It's the most I've ever used it too, because I am a little bit of a control freak when I drive. So we had a great drive through little Florida towns.
Nice.
You see orange trees around this time of season, right? See a lot of oranges. Oh, I sound like her. Okay. Maybe got a little Buffalo accent. Yeah. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. So I lived a lot of my younger years in Pennsylvania and New York, then back to Pennsylvania, Ohio, then back to New York. So I moved a lot between Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York. So my accent's probably all mixed up. But good to know. I have that Western New Yorker accent. I've been here long enough. And
my family is so I've been up here in Canada for 7 years, and so you pick up the lingo and stuff. And my mom's Canadian, but they moved all over.
Mhm.
So I go home and I say the washroom instead of the bathroom, and my siblings are like, "What?" Like, I'm sorry.
it's so interesting how it can change, though. You know what I mean? The longer you're there, probably the more your language changes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, when I first moved to New York, people kept asking me if I was Amish.
Oh.
Or if I was from the South. So I think it's like where I was in Pennsylvania has like a little bit more southerny twang compared to where I live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting how those change, but I get what you're saying. It does come out on certain words or certain phrases. So yeah, my sister still says y'all. And I'm like, you've been in New York for how long? Nobody says y'all. Y'all coming over. Nobody says that here. It's are you, not y'all. Maybe it's just a me thing. But I do have, thanks for coming on today, Laura. It's always fun. It's always fun and to hang out with people who are positive and doing so well and progressive and working on their projects. And you are super focused. So you definitely.
Away.
I had 340. It's okay.
I don't know.
My chart says I wrote today.
So I'm going to take my redraft chapter words and subtract the original chapter words to find out how many I've added and add that to NaNo. So we'll see how many I actually have added by the time I finish this chapter.
Shadow's Lair says, y'all is easy and gender neutral. Yeah. My sister, though, she's like this kind of person who will like, she works in retail and she'll be like, oh, honey. And then people get mad. I'm not your honey. You know what I mean? Like she tells me about this stuff because she works in retail. And she's like, I just said, can I help you, honey? And people like freak out and get mad. She works in retail. I'm like, she's like, I'm just being nice. I'm like, I don't work retail, so not my problem. It's my older sister, so one of them.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. So after college, while I was trying to still get a job in my industry, I worked at a call center. And
I did that for a while for AT&T.
So ours was for people who had their identity stolen. So they would call in saying, my identity's been stolen, please help. And so we'd help them like talk to the banks and everything and get their cards all reissued. And so they were not happy people usually. But it was a college town. And so we had students from all over the world working at the call center. Mm-hmm. And so people would call in and they'd be like, where are you located? because of the people's accents answering the phones, and so they wouldn't trust them because like the student was originally from a different country, and so it didn't sound like they were American. And so it's like, I promise, we're in the States. We're not trying to steal your identity too.
There are a lot of call centers though that are based outside the country for customer service too. So
Yeah.
they're not all scammers.
Yeah. It's like, you called us. We're not calling you to steal your identity. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was very stressful.
I never got that because I worked for AT&T. And so like I worked like customer loyalty and stuff. So I like made adjustments on cell phone. I sold and made adjustments on like cell phone bills, Uverse cable, internet, phone, direct TV. Like I had to deal with like customer complaints. And like the nice thing was like you had a certain amount you were allowed to credit for customers. And I liked helping customers, but it's very hard on you when people are always calling you up frantic and stressed out. It can take a really, especially if you're an empathetic type person. And so it would wear me down by the end of the day. It would wear me down by the end of the day. So I won't get too much into that, but AT&T does stand for at this time because it's always changing. I feel I worked at Time Warner Cable for just shy of 5 years. Yeah, no, I didn't. I did it for copywriting just so I could get the experience being direct with people for sales and stuff. And it was like I ended up there like 8 months, but after 6 months, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to ask to use the bathroom. I have to ask when to eat lunch. If it's not busy, they want you to work, overtime every day. If you want a job that wants you to work overtime, definitely work at a call center for sure. All right. I don't know how I got on that tangent, but here we are. Yeah, it's okay. It's Monday. We'll get the next sprint going, and I think we'll have time for this. We might have time for the fourth 20-minute. If not, we'll at least try to get these 3 in with the 15. If I'm not confused. I was pregnant and working at Time Warner Cable on the phones. Oh, well, at least you got to sit down.
That's true.
Yeah. That can help a lot. I definitely know what feeling pregnant and working is like. Never again, no. Do you want to do the countdown? Yeah, I'm too old for that.
3, 2, 1, go!
That's right. Don't forget to take a break if you need to. Get up and move around.
To the next level.
How did everybody do on that sprint?
I finished reworking chapter 1. Yay!
I got 297 and I broke my 10K.
Yay!
I know, thank you. And I got a phone call from the school nurse, got a coughing kid. So that's not so much fun, but I don't have to pick him up right now, but he was coughing, so. Make one. It looks like the bots jumped in.
Fun times.
Yep. Jen's doing a small outline. Doing pretty good. Moving along for a Monday. Feeling pretty good.
So I had a net gain of 191 words.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I probably fiddled with about 400 of them, but only a net gain of 91.
I'm at 637 so far today.
Nice.
So moving along, just about halfway. Not even, no, not yet. Not quite halfway yet, but to today's goal, and then I gotta catch up. Stepped away to make lunch. That sounds so good. Maybe on the next sprint, I'll take a few moments to get a quick little brunch time snack. I have chips here. Are you munching on anything? I got these. They're so good. Sun chips, the garden salsa.
Ah, good stuff.
Yeah, so no breakfast, but chips. Stacy got 417, and I need 300 to get 25K in my story. That is amazing. You're pretty much halfway through NaNo in week 1. That's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Fast writer. It's good. Hi, everyone. Hey, Joanne. Just popping in to say hello. Well, hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. And I think we could do one more 20-minute sprint before the Darling Writer.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Laura? Are you, how's your stamina? How you
Good.
doing? You're good?
Good.
You're good. Yeah. I don't know. It's Monday for me. I used to always dedicate Mondays to not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tried to switch it up and make sure to do the live writing sprints on Monday to kind of get my week moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of miss those lazy Mondays.
I have a bad habit this NaNo where if I'm not on screen, I'm not really writing.
Oh,
so I've been hopping on as many live streams as possible.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
So yeah, like on Saturday I was on 4 live streams, and
that can be tough though if you only write on live streams. I feel like for myself it would make it tough for me to write on my own sometimes.
it just holds me accountable.
Yeah.
It's like I'm on screen, I have to be doing it.
I have a habit of when I'm doing writing streams to actually write when people are talking. Something about like psychs me out, like I'm working now. I'm working while everyone's talking. I'm working.
Yeah.
And doesn't always work, but sometimes I can, depending on what stream it is. I can continue to write, or what kind of flow too. If we get in that good flow, I feel like 20 minutes for me is good. Like 15 of it, all right. And then the other 5, I'm like moving around or looking at this or using the bathroom or getting more coffee or looking at notes. So I'm pretty good for like 15 straight while I'm on stream. So I don't know. It's a little different when I'm by myself. I can just like, depending what I'm doing, and I'm in the zone, I could write for like an hour straight and not be bothered if I'm in the zone. But it's really hard for me to do like that kind of like long sprints on streams.
Yeah, the 45-minute ones.
Yeah. I lose interest. I need a break in between. I have to, get up, walk away, and
yeah.
But I guess that's good too. You want to get up, move around. It is a lot when you're sitting all the time.
The good thing about the long ones though is I can go take Roy for a walk and come back within one sprint.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I'm a bad pet owner, but I don't walk my dog at all.
yeah.
Like, well, I live like in a rural area, and I have like a long runner right by my front porch.
Right.
I just hook her and she runs, but she's like, my dog is really old, and she's a little Bichon. So she's like this little tiny puppy. All she does is like lay on the pillow, and she'll like bark to go out, or she'll stand in the kitchen by her food bowl if she wants something extra. And then she, like, you don't see her much. She's really old. So, and I have a cat too, which is super annoying. It's super annoying. The cat is so annoying. Like, it's so demanding. The cat is way more demanding for me than the dog.
Really?
Yes, like even in bed, like she'll come up and I'll feel her, like she'll push up against the blankets along my back and she'll come up and start going like this to my hair. And I can try to like put my face in the pillow to be like left alone, and she'll like stick her face in the pillow and purr and nudge me. And it'd be great if it was like 5 minutes. No, the cat wants me to like just sit there and pet her. And if I stop, like I'm trying to go to bed or something and I stop, she will literally like bite at my hand.
Oh no.
Not hard, but like, why'd you stop petting me? Why'd you stop petting me? Until I start petting her again. Very needy cat. Didn't start. Let's see. I would like to get that 300 words in the stream. Yay.
Nice.
Did I miss anything? It's good trying to start Monday off right. Yes. And I hope the stream helps to energize you and carry you throughout the day for all the other wonderful streams. Heather was doing that for a while, Laura.
Yeah.
I have seen you everywhere, Laura.
I am prolific. I am a disease you cannot get rid of.
Well, no, you just explained it though. You said you do a lot of your writing and you enjoy writing on the stream, so that makes sense that you're doing a lot this month because you're moving along. So, saying hello to Heather. I wrote when I was on Shannon's stream last week. Hello. Are you on tomorrow, Heather Dewey Pettit? Yes, I'll see you there. Sounds good. And Heather, I did send you a link in the Discord if you do want to join on stream on Monday's Brunch Writing Bunch. And I will be doing a pop-up stream tomorrow. I did put in the schedule tomorrow morning also if you want to join. I think we can do it. We can do one more 20-minute sprint. It'll bring us right to 1 o'clock when the Dawdling Writer is on. Are you ready for that, Laura?
I'm ready.
And it's only suitable that we use one of Laura's timers. And go ahead. You can do the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Let's see. I'm going to put... Remember, you can mute if the music bothers you. How'd you do, Laura?
Work contacted me. It's like, we have this ready for you now. So I was doing the day job.
Oh, nice. Is it a good thing they have it ready for you, or?
Yeah, something to do.
Very nice. I spent most of that sprint on 2 phone calls, so unfortunately I did not write that sprint. But 2 phone calls that I needed to make and had to deal with. So thus is life, adulthood, being a grown up.
Yeah.
Oh, but so I'm still at 6:37 for the day. I'm gonna try to continue writing till about 3 o'clock today before I have to run to the grocery store and get dinner prep stuff for today. It's Monday. So
Cool.
Heather says she thinks she's mad scribbling in her planner to remind herself of guesting tomorrow. That would be great. That would be lovely, Heather. Let me know. DM me. And I may be in Discord today. My Discord is BonnieStyle12614 if you want to hang out in Discord. And this is Dawdling Writer, which is starting right now. There's the link. And Jenna says, hi all, not able to hang, just swinging by to fist bump the like button and send some hugs and encouragement, which is wonderful. And Stacy got another 417, ironically, which means I got 1,419 for the stream and 3,170 for the day. Over 25K for the project. That is amazing. That is awesome. I'm happy. I'm at just over 10,000 right now. So I'm going to play a little catch up today and tomorrow and Wednesday, and hopefully that'll have me set so I don't have as much to do on Thursday and Friday, and then I can go into the weekend a little less stressed, or at least the writer guilt, from not doing as much on the weekend. 588 for the last hour. That is awesome. A third of the way for the NaNo goal. Thanks for the sprints. You're welcome. And if you would like to join tomorrow at 11 a.m., we'll be sprinting tomorrow. I'm not sure who will be joining me, but you have to tune in tomorrow to find out. Yay for the 10K. Thank you. It's very nice. And I love sprinting with everyone because it helps give me the encouragement and the momentum to keep going forward. And I hope you are too. But I think we're going to close it out for the day, Laura. And if you guys want to continue sprinting, head on over to Dawdling Writer, who's streaming right now, I believe.
Yeah.
And do you want to let everyone know where they can find you?
My YouTube channel is called Laura Nettles, funnily enough. I am vlogging my NaNo experience so far. So that will be up eventually. And I have been flooding people with timers. So yeah, sorry for your inbox.
I'll take the flood. Better a flood than a drought.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, they both have their downside, but
yeah,
a flood of timers is better than a drought of them.
That's so
timer related. But that's great. And I'm Bonnie being Bonnie, and this is Brunch Writing Bunch. Thank you for joining. I wish you all productivity in your writing projects. Remember, keep going. See you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Have a wonderful Monday, everyone. Bye.